Howdy y'all, this is Redwolf. I got a few minutes free today. I decided that it would probably be about time to talk about my favorite EDC blade, Cold Steel Marauder. Now this is a pretty badass knife. They're like 9 inches of blade. It's hollow ground. There where y'all can see it. All's 8 steel, if I remember correctly. They put it on here all the time. Badass knife. I haven't been taking care of this. You can see it's dirty. It's got a little bit of rust on it. And that's intentional. I haven't been oiling it or anything. I've been waiting to see how long it'll take for Louisiana to tear it up. And I mean, I've been cutting stuff with this for a year and a half now, and she's still holding up just fine. The handle is rubber, and big complaint some people have with these is that they don't have the solid guard on here, and that'd be nice. I can tell you that the balance on here is perfect without having any more metal down here. Nothing heavy or anything. It fits good. The texture's great, and this is pretty stiff rubber. It doesn't, you don't go slipping through real easy. The finger, it's got the secondary little finger bit right there, and I used to hate it, and I've gotten more used to the knife, and it's good. It makes a good anchor point. You get your, there's a type of chopping where you rock instead of swinging. It does real good for that. For light stuff, it gives me a real firm grip for like loose greenery. Let's see what y'all can see back through here. But you just get your little flick and it runs. It's solid. It stays sharp. I mean, like, hear there's that little ting. It stays sharp. I don't have to do much to it. I used this last year for dressing out deer, or I used it a little bit for dressing out deer and a lot for processing. I had a couple guys, buddies of mine, killed some deer, and we just went in there and we ran it down. This is my, see, he's got the sweep. This is kind of the traditional way, but you get you right here, and you basically end up with an ulu. So you can just keep moving and keep moving. Very lightweight blade. It's fairly thin, which is in line with historical 19th century buoys. Y'all are going to get tired of hearing me talk about it. I really like it. It's light enough to fight with. It's light enough to carry all day and forget I've got it. I noticed that I've got this on my belt less than I noticed when I've got my Voyager XL in my pocket. Really nice. And we do have our lanyard hole on this one. I've never needed it. I forget it's there. Your balance point, let me show this right here, is about 1 inch right here up in front. It's handy. It's handy. It's just the right size for cutting trees and doing a lot of the bigger stuff, but it's still on the small end of it. You know, my normal knives, before I'd carry this, you know, when I'm doing more wood stuff, you know, 11 to 16, 11 to 18, I'll carry a machete, I'll carry my gross messer around. I'm used to the bigger stuff, and this is nice. And you're going to just keep hearing, once again, this is nice a lot. This is nice. I don't remember what the going price on them is. I suspect it's somewhere between 100 and 140 bucks, knowing Cold Steel. I'm going to show you on my rig right here a little bit. It comes with a removable belt loop that has snaps, and I've got mine turned to the inside so they don't catch on anything. And I carry mine scout style on the back of my belt. And this is my knots. I've got tied right here, and I loop the extra through, and it sits on my belt with this X right here. And like this, it sits below, the handle will sit right below my pistol. When my pistol's in there, it'll sit like this on the back of my belt, which is real nice. So I've got a full-size knife, full-size pistol. For me, I'm a big guy. This is small enough to go across my back and not stick out any way or the other when I'm sitting in a car, sitting in chairs, moving around, which is part of what I really like about it. I mean, the system is as good as the knife is, and that's rare. I mean, we got a real solid lock here. Hadn't even remotely come loose yet. Real good kydex. This is a shining example of what Cold Steel does when Cold Steel does it right. I'm going to do a little chopping test right fast, and we'll get this review moved along. Alright, so you know the kind of drill. We're going to do 4 chops and just see how she lays. So, bring her up to my camera here. You can see how good and clean those cuts were. A little hard on the angle, but cuts good. It sticks. And I mean, you know, we've got just solid potential right there. They're still just as sharp. A little dirty, but absolutely no trouble. And while I got you right here, let's see. I mean, she peels bark. This is some, shoot, how old is this stuff now? This is at least 6 months old. Been sitting out here in the sun hardening. And see, that right there is why this is now part of my EDC. When I need feather sticks, I need my stuff made, this just gets it done. Yeah, I mean, those are paper thin, super easy. I can do that time after time after time without having to worry about anything. Well guys, I reckon that'll about do it. I can't think of anything else really to do with it to show you how good it is. The knife works. It keeps working. If I'd have taken this to Sigma with me, I would have saved myself about 4 pounds worth of steel and got more work done faster. Barring maybe my Ontario machete, because Ontario also rocks. But if I had to pick a one tool option right now, this is my one tool. This does everything I've ever asked of it except throw sparks. So Cold Steel, if you're watching, we want one in carbon. That nice black on it, like you do the new SK5 SRKs and all that. That'd be badass, like the Black Marauder, the Dark Marauder, the Shadow Marauder. That's the angle we're going for. That's the only thing I can think of to make this knife better, would be to make it in carbon so it could throw more sparks. Till next time, this is Redwolf signing off. Y'all keep up the good fight.